Let me show you how to create a sales dashboard report like this using Microsoft Excel, and it won't take more than 17 minutes. This video is divided into two parts. In the first part, I will explain the source data and the features of this dashboard report. In the second part, I will explain how to design this dashboard report step by step. Here is the sales data of a particular company that sells electronic gadgets in different cities of India. We have the records from first week of January 2021 to last week of December 2021. Dates are in the first column, product name in the second column, category in the third column, name of sales representative in the fourth column, name of city in the fifth column, number of units sold in the next column, unit price and amount in the last column. Now the dashboard report created using this data. A bar chart that shows the amount of sales happened in each month of year 2021. Another bar chart which shows the amount of sales done by each sales representative. A line chart with the amount of sales happened in each city. A column chart displaying the product by sales. Finally, a pie chart which shows the category by sales. This slicer here can be used to filter the data in these charts by a particular month or months of our choice. Suppose I want these charts to display only the sales happened in the month of July. I will click on July. And all these four charts updated accordingly. Means these charts are now displaying the amounts for July. You can have multiple selections by holding the control key. March, September. Now the charts are displaying the amounts for the selected months. To remove the filter, click on Clear Filter. That means this report can be used to monitor different metrics like performance of sales executives, months in which business performs well, fast-moving products, etc. Ultimately, this report will help in understanding and improving the business. Same data which we saw a month. First column has the data of sale, product name in the second column, category in the third column, name of sales rep in the fourth column, name of city, number of units sold, unit price, and the amount in the last column. Control Shift down arrow. We have 1560 here. Control up arrow. Now let's see how to create a sales dashboard report using this data. For that, click anywhere inside this table. Go to the Insert tab of the Excel ribbon, Pivot Table. A dialog called Pivot Table from Table or Range is activated, and you can see our sales data is automatically selected. We will go with a new worksheet so that the pivot table will be created in a new worksheet. OK. See, we have a pivot table placeholder here. First we will work out the amount of sales happened in each city. For that, drag and drop this field called. See, we have the list of cities here. Now drag and drop this field called amount into the area of values. And we have the amount of sales happened in each city. To apply number format values, right click, number format, number, use thousand separator, decimal places are not required. OK. Later this pivot table will be used to create a line chart which will display the amount of sales happened in each city. Next, we need a product-wise sales amount. For that, we will make a copy of this pivot table. Select the pivot table, Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. For product-wise sales amount, click inside the pivot table. Unmark the checkbox against city. Mark the checkbox against a product, and we will have a product-wide sales amount. Next, we need the sales done by each sales rep. We will copy this pivot table, Ctrl C to copy. We will paste it here. Remove the field code product from the areas of rows. Mark the checkbox for sales rep, and we have the sales done by itself. Next, we need the sales happen in each category, that is laptop, headphone and cell phone. For that, we will copy this pivot table, paste it here, and mark the checkbox for sales rep, mark the checkbox for category, and we have the category by sales. So we have created 4 pivot tables. Now we need the amount of sales happen in each month of the year 2021. For that, we will copy this pivot table, paste it here, unmark the checkbox for category, mark the checkbox for date, right now this pivot table has months, dates and day, but we only need months. Remove date, remove days, and here we have the sales happen in each month of 2021. Next step is naming these pivot tables. To name this pivot table a city, click inside the pivot table, go to pivot table, analyze tab, use this input box to rename the selected pivot table. We'll type a city, enter. We will name this pivot table as product. This one will be sales rep. Fourth one will be category. And the last pivot table will name as months. Let's add a new worksheet for dashboard. We will name this worksheet as dashboard. We will name the worksheet with pivot table as pivot tables. Next, we will create the chart record for the dashboard report. To create a line chart from this pivot table, click inside the pivot table. Insert line or area chart. Under duty line, select line. To remove these buttons from the line chart, right click on the field button. Hide all field buttons on the chart. We will delete these vertical axis labels. We don't need grid lines. We will remove the legend. Now to add data labels to the chart, chart elements, data labels. We will modify the chart title to sales by city. Now to move this line chart for dashboard, click on the chart, Ctrl X to cut, go to the worksheet called dashboard, Ctrl V to paste. We will reduce the zoom level for the better view. Now to resize the chart, click on the chart, format, let's make the height 7, set the width to 16.5, to create a column chart from this pivot table called products, click on the pivot table, insert column or bar chart, clustered column. We will hide the field buttons. We will remove the vertical axis tables. We don't need grid lines. Remove legend. To add data labels, chart elements, data labels. We will modify the chart title to product by sales. Let's move this chart to the worksheet for dashboard. Ctrl X to cut. Go to the sheet called dashboard. Ctrl V to paste. To resize this chart, format, height will be 7, width will be 16.5. Now a bar chart representing the sales done by each sales rep. To create a bar chart from this pivot table called sales rep, go to the Insert tab. Insert column or bar chart, clustered bar, remove the field buttons, Delete the horizontal axis labels. Remove legend. Remove grid lines and data labels. Modify this chart title to sales by sales. Ctrl X. Ctrl V to paste. We will resize this chart. Set the height to 14.5, width will be 12. Next one is a pie chart with a category by sales. For that, click inside the pivot table, insert pie or donut chart, pie, hide the fill buttons, remove legend and data labels. To add categories to the data labels, right click on the data label, format data labels, mark the checkbox for category name. We will modify this chart title to sales by category. Now move the chart into the worksheet for dashboard. Now we need a slicer which will enable us to filter the data in these charts according to the selected ones. For that, click on any of these charts. Pivot chart analyze, insert slicer, and dialog called insert slice is activated. Select months. OK. We have a slicer here. Now to arrange these buttons in multiple columns, go to the tab called Slicer. Set the number of columns to 3. Now to hide these unwanted buttons, Slicer settings. Hide items with no data. OK. Now when I click on any of these buttons, for example this button called May, this line chart is displaying the sales amount for the month of May, July. See the chart updated accordingly. To remove the filter, click on this Clear Filter button. Now to link the other 3 charts to the slicer, select the slicer, go to the Slicer tab. All our pivot tables are listed here. Mark the checkbox for all pivot tables except the ones for months, category, products, sales rep. OK. Now when you click on the button for March, all 4 charts are updated accordingly. August, April. To make multiple selections holding the Control key, click on the corresponding buttons. March, August, October. The charts are now displaying the details for the months April, March, August and October. Clear filter to remove the filter. Now to display the sales for each month and bar chart, click inside the pivot table called months. Insert column, a bar chart, clustered bar, hide the fill buttons. Remove the horizontal axis labels. Remove legends. We don't need credit lines. We will modify the chart title to month-wide sales. Add data labels. Let's move the chart to the worksheet for dashboard. We'll resize this chart. Height will be set to 14.5. Width will be 12. For a better view, let's increase the zoom level to 65%. Last step is formatting of the charts. To change the color scheme of this line chart, select the line chart, design, change colors. Let's go with colorful palette 4. Next we will format the column chart, blue, colorful palette 3, now the colors for pie chart. Once again, colorful palette 4. To resize the data levels, click on the data level. In the Home tab, increase the font size to 12. Make it bold. To apply the same formatting to the other data labels, double click on the Format Painter. Click on the data labels on each chart. To turn off the Format Painter, press the Escape key. Next is horizontal level vertical axis levels. Make it bold. Increase font size 12. Double click on the Format Painter. Click on the axis levels on each chart. Next is chart title. Increase the font size. We will make it red, bold and italic. Again use the Format Painter to copy the formatting. You can also format the slicer if you want to. To format the slicer, select the slicer, go to the Slicer tab. Here we can select the slicer style of our choice. To hide the grid lines on the worksheet, go to the View tab. Unmark this checkbox for grid lines. Notice more than this line on this line chart. Right click on the line. Format data series. Fill a line. Smooth line. And last thing, to reverse the order of the months, right click on the axis levels, format, axis, categories in reverse order, and our sales dashboard report is ready. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.